welcome back to another Dragon Age Inquisition. Let's roleplay. I'm dealing 75 games. I'm playing as Theron the Dalish Mage, and this is a best recreation that I've been able to come up with. Marion Hawke. Roleplayed in my previous Let's Play. So here we go, accept changes. I'm going to meet the champion. I wish that they just... Maybe the conversion wouldn't have looked right, but at least she's going to look what she should look like.
Inquisitor, meet Hawke, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawke, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
Impressive view. Reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
I think that's the same voice too, so it's pretty good. I get to control what she looks like. It's going to be interesting when I try to recreate Aiden. If that comes to it, if he's even in the game. It was confirmed that Hawke would be in the game, but not the Warden. Although, actually, I thought they said that he might be in it, or... No, they said that the Warden would be in it, but, I guess it's depending on your choices. But, yeah, because the Warden, you could go with, Morrigan at the end and maybe not see him anymore, I don't know. But Morrigan's supposedly in the game, too.
You're lucky it was just a single city. I've got half of Thedas.
You're doing everything you can to protect them.
Does it ever get any easier?
I'll let you know. I don't envy you, Inquisitor. But I may be able to help you.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
I thought you killed him, though. Yeah, and the Wardens are gone, too. This is some mystery that's happened. It doesn't make any sense.
So Corypheus has the Venatori, the Red Templars, and now possibly the Wardens as well. Wonderful.
I didn't come this far just to give you bad news. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully, my friend in the Wardens will know more.
I'll take any lead I can get at the moment.
Good. I'll do whatever I can to help. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Oh.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
Fenris would have killed himself to protect me. I didn't want to give him that chance.
Assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
That's funny.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back, or Maybe it's old Tevinter magic, but he was dead, I swear it.
That is really curious.
Why did you step down as Viscountess?
I told you that the Templars in Kirkwall were using red lyrium. It made them paranoid, and eventually they turned on me. I left Kirkwall to try to find out more. Never imagined it would lead me to Corypheus.
But wasn't Cullen from there too? Couldn't he have more information about what happened? He was from Kirkwall. Unless he left. No, because... I mean, going back in time out of character, I mean... He was there all the way up to the end when... what's her name? Died. With the red lyrium. And then the Inquisition... Sorry, not Inquisition, the Seeker. Cassandra was there, interrogating Varric. So... wouldn't that have come up at the time? It seems strange. And then she took Varric with her and Cullen, I guess, to the Conclave shortly after. And then all this mess happened.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him, except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
I think I just made a character that's hotter than all the other women in the Inquisition. That would be really weird if you romance a character you created before. I wouldn't even know what to make of that. Yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Just, whew, look at this. I don't know if this is from a war. I mean, it would have to be, because this kind of thing is pretty sturdy. Maybe they're... Oh my gosh. What would have possibly hit this? It would have to be like a dragon. Yeah. Because this is so high. There's no force in the world that can climb up there. I mean, Darkspawn could actually literally climb, as far as I know. Avalanche. Lots of avalanches going down there. That will keep an enemy away from here, I'll tell you that. Oh, man. If we thought we had it, if that was helpful in Haven, it's even better here. Like, somebody had stated when we first came here, this is such a difficult place to assault. I mean, and then all the rock on the mountain top that we're through, so it makes mining extremely difficult. Okay, let's start talking to everybody. I saw the champion of Kirkwall.
Yes, sir.
It was probably the most important information because she has faced Corypheus. And that contact, let me see if I can... She said Crestwall, is that not over here? Maybe we'll have to find it. Also, looking at this map, it looks like the map has been altered. It used to be that all of Ferelden was here. I think it even showed up at the coast. This is before the attack on Haven. But since we've come to Skyhold, they've shortened the maps quite a bit. What about the rest of Ferelden? Ferelden continues on down here. But I think all of Orlais is here. Sure, if this... Yeah, this is really all the populated area of Orlais. Anyhow... We have... I don't even know her name. She just... Every time we go to a new place, she's like... I think she's one of our scouts. She's maybe the lead scout?
Yes, sir.
Scout Harding.
Your worship.
Scout Harding.
Shouldn't you be out there scouting?
In a bit. We're in Skyhold for supplies and a change of personnel. Not me, though. Indispensable.
So, who's Scout Harding, really?
Me? Oh, I'm no one. Lived near Redcliffe all my life. Herded sheep for my neighbor. When the Inquisition came through my village, I helped by telling them everything I knew about the area. Then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before it was swallowed up by... that thing out there.
What's been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
Okay.
Take care.
Here's Blackwall. I'm going to ask him about the wardens.
So, this is Skyhold. Come, let's walk the ramparts.
That
I
was-
want to examine our
It
fortifications.
was just there. But if you're going to examine and critique what we need to do to defend ourselves, that'll help.
We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
On the other hand, that means he can see us from miles away.
Let him come. I swear I'll take the twister bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
I think he's more on board now that the information is widely known that he's actually a darkspawn. A highly intelligent darkspawn. I didn't know that they could...
I'm grateful for your support.
It's my job, isn't it? Killing Darkspawn. Look, in spite of it all, there is hope. The people flock to your banner. They believe in you. Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
You've been with me through several battles. We've closed many rifts. You saw what I did to the breach. I think I am.
I was chosen by Andraste. She saved me. We shouldn't question it.
I don't. We all need to believe in something.
He's a very, seems like a very... He holds a lot in, but
Yes,
there's
sir.
a lot going on inside of his head. He's a very intelligent and passionate person.
Good day.
Vivian?
It was a mistake to use Haven as a base of operations. The town was completely indefensible.
I don't disagree. I wasn't like I was in charge, though. Cassandra and Cullen were kind of leading that. For when it comes to defenses, and Cassandra I looked at as the leader.
It was a bad location. We should have moved sooner.
You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
I'm not going to forgive what happened at Haven. Corypheus will answer for what he's done.
You're angry. Good. Anger can save you when everything else is gone. Just make sure you put it to good use. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
I wanted to say in the end, it did work out for the best, but that's kind of an idiotic thing to say. Just because we found Skyhold doesn't mean that we couldn't have found it anyways. I mean, it seemed like Solus knew of its place. News from Thetis. Haven destroyed by Darkest Menace. Well, this is good. That's true. Dire news from the Frostbacks. The Pilgrim Sanctuary of Haven, home to the new Inquisition, has been destroyed. Information is still vague, but some believe a dragon resembling an archdemon was involved in the attack. Fears of a new blight are now beginning to surface. As the Chantry continues to flounder, some are concerned that Haven's destruction may predict the Inquisition's imminent collapse. However, there is hope yet, as reports indicate that the Herald of Andraste and Inquisition leadership survived and have found refuge elsewhere. Crier Bellinus. Oh, excuse me. Not sure why I'm sneezing. Sarah, she did not like it that I said the Inquisition's can be in the name of the Dalish. I'll lead it in the name of the Dalish.
So, Inquisitor. It's Inquisitor now, right? Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little baddies I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Andraste, what did I step in?
I've apparently been through a lot. Yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
I can't help if you don't explain what's wrong exactly.
It's got to be nonsense, doesn't it? We're kind of screwed if it isn't. I mean, that Corypheus thing. A Magister, right? Story is, he cracked the Golden City. But that's a hazy dream. If not, Seat of the Maker, real thing. A seat needs a butt, so the Maker, real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world, real things. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhold rubbish so I can go play.
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe it or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
What? I'm curious to know. I need doubters like you to probably to keep me at level. Just curious where this will go. I want to see what I'm going to have to say.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
It's true,
Oh,
actually.
I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
It's true, though. We need to be grounded. We can't go into complete zealousness for our cause. Although it is a good, well, the most righteous cause you can possibly imagine. It's trying to save the world from absolute destruction.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Sarah's funny. I think Cassandra's around here. And if you are curious, if I have my eye on any of them, it would be Cassandra. I think that her temperament and her values mesh with my own more than anybody else. Iron Bull.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
I'll protect you. What the hell? It's not. I don't always know what the heck he's gonna say. It kind of, because it's not explaining. Like, if you go back to Dragon Age Origins, your replies are exactly what you click on. Here, it says. I guess this came out with more of a Mass Effect type thing, and it was transferred over to Dragon Age 2. You get the kind of like the spirit of what you're about to say. So it's but it's weird, right? It sounds like something Sarah would say.
I've got no problem with normal magic, but Tevinter goes beyond all reason.
I know, right? The Vints are always pushing.
Good talk, Iron Bull. The longer conversation with Sarah. And she doesn't make sense half the time. Alright, I had to redo this section because the game mechanics had thrown me off and screwed me up. Gonna redo this conversation with Cassandra. Now keep in mind, she knows about the Champion of Kirkwall being here, and Varric, the fact that Varric knew about how to contact her the entire time.
You knew where Hawke was all along!
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit!
You kidnapped me! You interrogated me! What did you expect?
I'm gonna stay out of it.
I expected you to tell the truth! I told you what was at stake!
So I just hand her over on your say-so? It's okay, Hawke. This zealot isn't crazy. I promise.
Ah!
Look at her. She's finally lost it.
All right. You've both made your point.
We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. First, Liliana and I searched for the hero of Ferelden, but he had vanished. Then, we looked for Hawke, but she was gone too. We thought it all connected, but no. It was just you. You who kept her from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawke would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy...
You can't change the past, Cassandra.
So I must accept... what? That the Maker wanted all this to happen? That he... Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawke most, Varric kept her secret.
She's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
Attacking him now won't help us, Cassandra.
Ha! Exactly.
And you better not be keeping anything else from us.
Exactly.
I understand.
I must not think of what could have been. We have so much at stake. Go, Varric. Just go.
This is very hard on her.
You know what I think? If Hawke had been at the temple, she'd be dead too. You people have done enough to her.
I believed him. He spun his story for me, and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand... But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawke. I'm such a fool.
You're not a fool. You couldn't reveal all your secrets to him at the time. You're trying to get information out of him. He's just a really, really good liar. He's been doing it probably all his life. Now, this is what screwed up before. See how there's a flirtation choice here? This has totally been BioWare's MO. You ask questions, and you can still come back to all the choices. Okay, so the problem is, I asked a question. This one was gone when I came back. I have just these three. So if you are trying to get closer to Cassandra, this can really screw you up. Now, I haven't actually seen this. If I choose this, I might not be able to ask the question, but this is more important in this case. Now, I don't know if that's an error, but it actually really ticked me off.
Good thing I still like you.
I'm serious.
You think I'm not?
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawke or the hero of Ferelden, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. You're not what I'd pictured. But if I've learned anything, it's that I know less than nothing.
It was a much shorter conversation, though. But it's worth it. It's true. I mean, of all the women I have my eye on, it is Cassandra. Okay. I actually didn't get a chance to go up here. So I've already finished this video before, but I have to splice this in because that choice really ticked me off. Actually, that must be a bug because it makes no sense. Why would I, just because I asked a question, why should it disallow me to choose a flirting option?
Here, tell the commander that this is the perfect spot for the armory.
Yes, ma'am.
It's
right away.
Very odd. This is the perfect spot for an armory because we have the Undercroft. Why do we need more? I mean, I understand if we're going to equip an army, you're going to need many forges. And maybe that's what it's about. Just more forges to do the same thing. It's the only thing I can think of. But there's another person I didn't get a chance to speak to. She moves. She was here. She was originally down here. Where the heck is she? Flynn. Oh, there's a door over here. It doesn't go anywhere. Flynn, where did you go? Now, was not Flynn the first person that I actually... first agent I brought in to the Inquisition? I don't know. I do know that I've done all the rest of this going down here in a future video. I'm just going to splice this into the one I just did. So I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thanks for watching. And if I see Flynn in the future, she's a woman, I'll have to speak to her. We'll see you next time.